want to add value to your home? Change the look of a room? Are you considering a cost-effective, easy-to-install laminate floor? Well, you're in the right place. This video will provide an outline of how you can install a great-looking, durable floor. For this demonstration, we're going to be using BuildDirect's new Lambton laminate flooring with pre-attached underpad. One of the great features of this product is that it comes with the underpad already attached to the back side of the board. This provides cushion and a sound barrier. Regardless of what product you choose, make sure you always refer to the manufacturer's installation instructions before you start. Before we discuss site and product preparation, here's a summary of the things you'll need to complete the project. Miter saw, table saw, tape measure, a pencil, safety glasses, dust mask, knee pads, flooring installation kit, which will include your spacers and your pull bar, and of course, the laminate floorboards. If you have the right tools, installation of this product's a snap. Trust me, you can do it. One of the key ingredients to a successful installation is the preparation of the subfloor and the product. I'm going to outline the major areas that need to be addressed to ensure that your project is a success. The first thing that needs to be done is the removal of the old flooring. In some cases, you can put the laminate flooring right over the existing floor. However, you need to consider the height of the resulting floor and how it will impact transitions into other areas of your home. We also need to ensure that the subfloor is level. If it isn't, the high and low spots of the subfloor will add unnecessary stress to the floorboards and cause potential damage. You can do this with a standard straight edge or laser level. For a floating floor, you need to ensure that there's no more than a 1/4 inch difference in the floor's height up or down over an 8-foot span. If the floor needs leveling, you can apply a self-leveling thin-set mortar, which can be found at most home improvement stores. Typically, there are two types of subfloors, wood and concrete, as we have here. When working with a concrete subfloor, it's important to protect against moisture by using a moisture barrier. It's time to get started. The first step is laying down the moisture barrier. Ensure that the moisture barrier overlaps and is held together using duct tape. Depending on your floor choice, you may need to install an underpad. Now that we have prepared the subfloor, it's time to address the product. Because we know that product can expand and contract depending on humidity levels within a room, it is important to let the floor acclimate for a minimum of 72 hours prior to installation. The last thing you want is for the flooring to significantly expand or contract after it has been installed. This could cause the floorboards to separate or buckle. Now that our flooring is acclimated, let's open the boxes and inspect the product. Although it may seem tedious, it's worthwhile to quickly inspect the boards for any defects, such as warping, chipping, or splitting. And remember, it's always a good idea to order 5 to 10% more than your required square footage for damaged boards, waste, and future repairs. Once preparation is complete, you can start laying the floor. Make sure your expansion gap spacers are in place along the starting wall. Lay your first board snug to the spacers with the groove side facing the room. When laying the floor, there are two important things to consider to ensure your floor remains stable: staggering the boards and ensuring you maintain a minimum length for end boards. As a rule, you never want the seams of the boards in adjacent rows to be less than 6 inches apart. Taking these factors into consideration, You can now continue with your installation. It is also important to note where the flooring will meet other transitional points, such as doors, and stairways. As you can see, when you come to the last row, you may have to cut your board lengthwise to make it fit. When doing so, you have to ensure you still allow for your expansion joint. Now that you've done the bulk of the work, you can finally get a sense of how your new floor looks and feels. All we have left to do now is add our molding pieces, our transitions, our baseboards, and stair noses. If you have one or more stairs, you're going to need to use a stair nose molding, and this is a typical stair nose finish. Or, where you transition from your new laminate surface to another flooring surface, you will need a transition piece. In this case, we'll be using a reducer, because the height of the new laminate floor is higher than that of the carpet in the hallway. For this, take your selected transition and cut it to the necessary length. Molding should never be adhered to the laminate floor, as this floor still needs to expand and contract. This also applies to the baseboard, where we nail it to the wall, not to the floor. We're finally finished. I hope you found this series helpful. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your project.